Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Medibil Pro. I hope you guys will be fine and doing great and enjoy your good lives. So it's been a long time that I have not made any kind of video for you guys because the reason is that I have just returned from Saudi Arabia because I was there to perform Umrah with my mother. Alhamdulillah. So Alhamdulillah, I have just returned from there. So it's been really a splendid and wonderful journey of my life, and I can't really forget the moments. Okay, so that was the reason I was out of my office as well, and I was unable to make any kind of videos because I was just trying to pay my complete and full attention over there. So Alhamdulillah, khair khairiya se वापस आ गए. So as you guys know that I have already announced that we will be just starting our sixth batch from 21st of November. तो दरमियान में फिर ये चीज़ें चलने लगे, so that's why the batch is going to be a little bit, there is a little bit delay. Okay, so now the last and confirmed and the final date is locked, so we will be starting our sixth batch from 12th of December. ठीक है, 12 दिसंबर से हमारी जो बैच है वो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा इंशाल्लाह. 12 दिसंबर को हमारी ओरिएंटेशन क्लास होगी. आप लोगों के कुछ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, कोई कंसर्न्स होते हैं, then you guys can just simply let me know. Okay, so we will be learning A to Z medical billing. ठीक है, इसके अंदर हमारे प्रैक्टिकल लेक्चर्स भी होते हैं, you guys know that, और इसके साथ थियोरेटिकल लेक्चर्स भी होते हैं, and we will be, these are like, this course is basically perfect for the freshers. ठीक है, जो हमारे freshers candidates होते हैं या fresher graduates होते हैं, so this is quite perfect for all of them, and you guys can just have good kind of opportunities on site, online, and work from home as well. Okay, so you guys can just simply apply on this kind of a course. Okay, I have already shared different kind of details with you guys that how you guys can just enroll. You guys just simply need to pay your fee, pay your dues. Okay, and then you guys can just simply share the screenshot of that kind of a receipt. Then I will be just confirming the payment and you will be added in a separate WhatsApp group of batch 6. Okay, so we will be having practical lectures and theoretical lectures as well, and you guys know that we are also going to prepare CPB, okay, certified professional builder training as well in this course. So इसके अंदर 25 lectures होंगे इंशाल्लाह. Okay, Friday, Saturday and Sunday हमारी क्लासेस के मीन्स के डेज हैं. 3 क्लासेस पर वीक होती हैं और 10 PM पाकिस्तान स्टैंडर्ड टाइम हमारी क्लास होती है. So if you are going to like learn different kind of a skills, and then this is one of the best skill in this era. Okay, so there are different students who are just asking me, sir, are we going to have recorded lectures as well, because sometimes we are going to miss the classes. So yes, you will be receiving the recorded lectures too. I will be providing you the access to the recorded lectures as well. हमारे live Zoom sessions होते हैं, उसके बाद वो lecture जो है OneDrive के ऊपर अपलोड कर दिया जाता है, ताकि ये कि अगर बाद में आप लोग देखना चाहें तो आप उसको देख सकते हैं. Okay, so if you guys have any kind of a questions, concerns in your mind, अगर आपके जहन के अंदर कोई भी चीज़ जाहिर सी बात है क्लिक करती है, then you guys can just simply let me know. Okay, I will get back to you as soon as possible. काफ़ी सारे students अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह enroll हो भी चुके हैं और काफ़ी सारे भी कह भी रहे हैं, because you know that they are just waiting यहाँ पे लास्ट डेट्स आ जाएँ फिर उसके बाद हम enroll कराएंगे. सो मैंने ये फाइनल डेट लॉक कर दी है. इंशाल्लाह इसके बाद कोई एक्सटेंशन नहीं होगी, बिकॉज क्योंकि मैंने 21 नवंबर को स्टार्ट करना था, बट दरमियान में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये एक ब्यूटीफुल, यू गाइस कैन से दैट कि एक इवेंट था मेरी ज़िंदगी का. सो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं उम्रा करके आया हूँ, सो दैट्स वाई इसके अंदर थोड़ा सा भी डिले हो गया चीज़ें. सो इंशाल्लाह वी आर रिज्यूमिंग एंड we will be just not doing any kind of extension from 12th of December. ठीक है, 12 दिसंबर से मज़ीद कोई क्या कहते हैं डिले नहीं होगा इंशाल्लाह. हमारे जो फर्स्ट ओरिएंटेशन क्लास होगी that will be starting on 12th of December. So if you guys have any questions in your mind, then you guys can just simply let me know, and I am now going to share the course outline with you guys. क्योंकि लास्ट लेक्चर में मैंने बताया था कि मैं आप लोगों के साथ कोर्स की आउटलाइन शेयर कर दूंगा, बट ये है कि मुझे वहाँ जाना पड़ गया, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई कुडंट मेक अ लेक्चर ओवर देयर. सो नाउ आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू शेयर द कोर्स आउटलाइन, सो you guys can just review that one. Okay, and if you guys have any other kind of questions in your mind as well, then you guys can just simply let me know. Okay, thank you so much, jazakallah. So I'm just going to share my screen and you guys can just see the course outline. So here we go. Well, so you guys can just now see my screen. So this is the course outline. So the first lecture will be on Introduction to Medical Billing and the CPB certification. So what is CPB certification and what are the advantages if you are going to have that kind of a specific certification? What is medical billing? What are the different departments in medical billing? And what we will be doing in medical billing? So all we will be discussing that kind of a stuff in that kind of a specific lecture. Lecture number 2 will be the USA healthcare system and a regulatory environment. Okay, next lecture will be on understanding providers and payers. Who are the providers like the doctors, and who are the payers like the insurance companies? So we will be discussing in detail all that kind of a specific stuff. Lecture number 4 will be health insurance plans and third-party payers. Okay, what kind of different plans do we have in medical billing? Okay, and what are the third-party payers? So we will be discussing all that kind of a stuff in that kind of a specific lecture number 4. Lecture number 5 will be medical billing terminology and key abbreviations. So what are the different terminologies and abbreviations like EOB, ERA? Okay, so we will be just discussing all that kind of a stuff in that kind of a specific lecture. Lecture number 6 will be introduction to medical coding for billers as well. You guys know that medical coding is also an important factor, an important department of medical billing. So we will be discussing the basics of medical coding in this one as well. Our next lecture will be on patient demographics and registration. So what kind of things are included in demographics of the patient, okay, and how we are going to register a specific patient. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in lecture number 7. Lecture number 8 will be insurance verification and eligibility checks. So why insurance verification is quite important, and how we are going to verify the patient's eligibility, what are the tools and what are the methods, or what are the, like you guys can say, the platforms through which we can just verify the patient's eligibility. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in this lecture. Lecture number 9 will be encounters, forms, charge capture and super bill. What are the super bills? What are the charge capture? What kind of things are included in that kind of a specific charge capture? So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in lecture number 9. Lecture number 10 will be claims preparation and submission. Okay, so how we are going to make a claim, okay, what kind of things are included in a claim, okay, and how we are going to submit that specific claim to an insurance company. Okay, so we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in this lecture. Lecture number 11 will be explanation of benefits, EOB and remittance advice, or electronic remittance advice. So how we are going to interpret this kind of a specific document, what kind of things are included. Okay, so we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in this lecture. Lecture number 12 will be accounts receivable management. So this is quite an impressive and important lecture, one of the, like you guys can say that, the best lecture of this medical billing. So we will be discussing how we are going to tackle our outstanding or unpaid claims. Okay, so what are the different kind of things and what kind of different things that we need to memorize, that we need to remind when we are working in an AR department or accounts receivable department. So what the basically this department is going to do. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in our lecture number 12. Lecture number 13 will be denials and appeals management. So if there is a claim that is denied, okay, so then how we are going to tackle that one, how we are going to rectify that kind of a specific denial, and what are the ways or what are the best methods through which we can just submit the appeal. So we will be discussing all that in lecture number 13. And lecture number 14 will be compliance, fraud and abuse prevention. Okay, so there are different kind of frauds in medical billing. So how we are going to prevent these kind of frauds, and how we can just avoid these abuses, and what are the different prevention methods. Okay, so we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in lecture number 14. Lecture number 15 will be billing regulations, NCCI, okay, LCDs, local coverage determinations, and NCTs, national coverage determinations. So what are these basically terms, and what kind of things are just this kind of terms are going to have. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in our lecture number 15. Lecture number 16 will be auditing and quality control in medical billing. So what kind of things or what kind of factors initiate or regulate that kind of a specific auditing. So how we can just control these kind of auditing too. Okay, so we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in lecture number 16. Lecture number 17 will be on reimbursement concepts and payment policies. What are the reimbursement concepts and what are the payment policies through which we are just going to receive the payments from insurance companies and the patients. So how we are going to get the reimbursements. So we will be discussing in this lecture. Lecture number 18 will be collections and patient financial communications. So how we are going to just submitting the patient statements to different kind of patients, and how we are going to collect these kind of a patient collections. So we will be discussing in that kind of stuff, and how we need to communicate with our patients as well. So we will be having some ethics and rules and regulations in this kind of a lecture. Next lecture will be on telephone courtesy and patient interaction skills. So we will be discussing this kind of stuff in this lecture. And lecture number 20 will be medical billing software and EHR integration. What are the medical billing softwares which we are basically using in our medical billing, and specifically how these medical billing softwares are integrated, okay, with our medical billing software. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in this lecture. 21 will be on first practical hands-on medical billing software usage lecture. Yes, so from 21st lecture we will be starting our practical session. So in this lecture we will be just having a navigation or the overview of our medical billing software which we will be using. Okay, 22nd will be the also a second, you guys can say that, practical lecture. So we will be using like we will be having at least 3 practical lectures in this medical billing session. We will be having a basic knowledge, basic kind of a stuff, and you guys will be assigned different kind of assignments as well to do. So I will be providing you guys the access to these kind of softwares as well, so you guys can just create your assignments and submit those kind of assignments online as well. Lecture number 23rd will be job market strategies for medical billers. Yes, we will be just understanding like how you guys can just apply on different kind of jobs after this basic course. Okay, so once the course is completed, then I strongly recommend all those kind of students that they need to apply for different kind of jobs which are available in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, USA, or any other countries. So lecture number 24 will be resume and cover letter preparation. So this is one of the most important lecture as well. So we will be understanding that how you guys can just create your professional and attractive resume. Okay, and the last but not the least lecture will be interview preparation and CPB final readiness. So how you guys can just prepare yourself for CPB certification, and how you guys can just prepare yourself for different kind of interviews, for job specific related interviews. So we will be discussing all that kind of stuff in this lecture. So in this way we will be completing our 25 lectures in this medical billing basic course. Okay, so if you guys have any kind of questions or concerns in your mind, then you guys can just simply let me know. Okay, I will get back to you as soon as possible. And this was all about today's lecture. So inshallah we'll meet in the next lecture with different kind of stuff in medical billing and coding. Till then, take care of yourself and of your family, and do remember me in your kind prayers. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.